hi guys, welcome back to Guitar Shed Videos. This is Duncan, and today what I'd like to talk to you about is playing triplets. Now, for those of you who may not have done a lot of music before, or this is your first time learning something like this, essentially a triplet is a series of 3 equal notes played usually pretty quickly that adds a lot of accent to the rhythm playing in a song. You can see them in every genre, from very heavy metal, to rock, to blues, to jazz, to country, everything in between. They're a very nice tool for adding some, like I said, some accent to the rhythm section of a song, and they're really pretty easy to play. So essentially, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you without the amplifier on, and then I'll show you with. But basically, what the idea behind a triplet is to play 3 notes of equal duration very, very quickly, and usually it's about the same note. You can, of course, go to different notes, but for purposes of just practice, it's best to stay on one note while learning the picking technique. So what you're going to want to do is, as I'm doing here, pick either up, or I'm sorry, down, up, down, very quickly. If it feels more comfortable to you, you can always pick up, down, up very quickly. Or if you happen to be James Hetfield, in which case, man, I love your music, but you can always do down, down, down in the same sequence. Or I suppose up, up, up if it really works in terms of your picking strokes. But generally, down, up, down is the easiest way to do this and achieve that effect. So what I'm going to show you now is that same triplet played with the amplifier on, so you can hear what it sounds like. Now, of course, they'd be pretty boring if you always played them as slow as that. So to give you an idea of what that would actually sound like, here it is sped up a little bit. Now, the best way to practice these is to actually go up and down the fretboard, practicing the triplet as fast as you can on each in a successive series of notes. So, for example, if I was going to be practicing those, I might decide to do a triplet at the 3rd fret of the low E, a triplet at the 5th fret of the low E, and then a triplet at the 7th fret of the low E, in a pattern something like this. And the trick to that is to take it slow at first and then build up your speed. So you might even want to try starting out with something like, depending on how you want to pick it. So eventually you're going to want to speed up, and at that point you can even start getting into chord triplets, which you don't have to do this necessarily, but it does help if you can pick downwards successively very quickly to do this. But you could do, say, an octave chord triplet. And that way you can add that then into your rhythm playing by, say, doing something like a single power chord, then bringing it up 2 steps, that same chord shape, and then playing a triplet in a manner such as this. So practice some of those exercises and get the feel of playing triplets. It adds a lot to rhythm playing, and it can make your playing much more varied and give it a much more intense feel if you're looking to add a certain section of a song that needs more intensity to separate it from the rest of the song, or if you're just looking for something that's going to make for a really cool rhythm section. Alright, have fun practicing that. Thanks for watching, and see you next time, guys.